Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has responded sharply to criticism from her colleague, Senator Sunday Karimi Kogi West, by calling on the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Ndlea, to carry out periodic drug tests on members of the National Assembly. The call follows Senator Karimi's recent remarks in which he describes the developments involving Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senate President Godswill Akpabio as a total mess and an embarrassment. Karimi had earlier condemned Akpoti-Uduaghan's conduct, alleging that her actions had brought shame to Kogi State and Nigeria as a whole. He said all her admonition to her fell on deaf ears. One can therefore come to terms with the fact that former Governor Yahaya Bello saw it coming. Senator Natasha has not only rubbished the perception of the Senate from the events happening now in Nigeria, she has also embarrassed the entire country, Karimi added. Now, is it now that Natasha rubbish your perception or your integrity? Do you people even have integrity in the first place? Something that has been rubbished. Akpabio did not rubbish it when he announced to you people that your alert is waiting for you just immediately after you finish the screening of ministers. He did not rubbish it then. He did not rubbish it when he made the nasty comment about nightclub. He did not rubbish it. It is now that your reputation has been rubbished, as if you have any reputation to uphold. Moving on, in a swift reaction on Sunday, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan issued a statement urging the Ndlea to intervene by instituting regular drug screenings for legislators to curb what she termed irrational behavior in the Senate. Ndlea needs to conduct periodic tests on senators. That singular process will save the parliament from erratic legislative hallucinations, she stated. While the proposal has sparked fresh debates, the concept of drug integrity testing among public officials is not new. Ndlea Chairman, Brigadier General Buba Mawa retired, has previously advocated drug tests as a prerequisite for political aspirants. It's very important too. Similarly, the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission implemented drug screening for chairmanship and councillorship candidates in the state. It's very important, and I think that it should be something that should be introduced, to the electoral process, before anyone is being chosen for any political, office. Any political office holder should go through a drug test first, because of the erratic behavior we are seeing in these politicians recently can only be due to drugs. Some of these politicians might be taking drugs. Wike on many occasions have been accused of being an alcoholic. He has acted in so many erratic ways that you would think that people are now starting to think that I say this man they take something true. So in order to avert all of these erratic behaviors, in order to curb it, I would say drug screening needs to be carried out on political office holders. It should be one of the topmost criteria that they should have to pass before they can be given any political office. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Mutuwa says, "Oh my God, can't see wahala for this Naija. That means from the president down to most conduct the test process for launch and for betterment of our country." Silvano Zokoye says, "This woman is an agent sent to destroy the image of this Reverend Chamber." Which Reverend Chamber? Reverend Chamber indeed. Many women has passed through this same route and came out with heads high, but this one chose to be shouting and exposing our cultured way of life. Okay, now. David Aboki says, "The time to start the screening is now. All political public office holders, from top, that is the president, to bottom, local government chairmen, councillors, they should be screened." Momo Kazim says, "Everyone is just writing about this woman, Sha." Yes, now, why won't we talk about her? Agatha says, "Sunday Karimi was even apologizing to Senate President for Natasha rejecting him." Can you imagine? He said he was the one that, made this embarrassment to happen in the first place. That he was the one who solicited on her behalf to Akpabio to, make her a chairman of the content committee, saying that the person who left the committee as chairman is from Kogi. So in order for continuity, he should, somebody from Kogi State should be made the chairman. And I think that what is really paining him is the fact that him and Natasha are no longer on good terms, since that. He felt like because he did that favor for her, she should be worshipping him. And seeing that they are no longer on good terms, that is why he's going all out, to antagonize, to make sure that it tarnishes her image and say all sorts about her. But I'm glad that she's not even taking this lightly. That was why she petitioned the Nigerian police to investigate. The same person who is accusing me of being a KGB agent, investigate him so that he would mention those and he will give you the evidence that he has to make such claims. Joshua says, if she becomes governor and president, withheld her state allocations, she would accuse president of sexual behavior, of sexual harassment. Harold says, please, I'm with distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan on this. It's very, very important for periodic drug tests to be administered on the parliamentarians, 3 tiers of government, for we to be having clear-headed, human-friendly laws than laws made under the influence of drugs. Exactly. Me, I dey hail you as the voice of the Nigerian masses. Then Akpan says, if Natasha was a governor or president, would she be complaining of sexual harassment? The Red Chamber is not for kids. So sexual harassment is kids' play. I don't understand. Some people do not, I think some people do not have the right idea when it comes to sexual harassment. So if she's the governor, tell me who that cannot be sexually harassed. Tell me who. Anyway, Joshua responded to that comment by saying she would not, because she will loot the state without obstacles. Now, because she was removed as chairman, Senate Committee on Local Content, then there is sexual harassment. Some people just have a skewed way of thinking. Ayo says, I think our very respected Senator Natasha is very right on our submission. This is the very first time anyone would hear about this Karimi guy, and for a very wrong reason. Israel says she needs sexual harassment tests in order to be sure of her secret status of all we've heard about her. What have you heard about her? That she married, she gave birth to children for different men and so. Orupabo says, this woman who has been sexually harassed, whatever she does, needs drug tests the most. Something is wrong with her. Dara Ellen says, the test should actually be conducted on you first, because this is unbecoming of a responsible individual. Chuka David says, if every comment here is against that so-called empty-headed dullard of a senator imposed on the people by Yahaya, then he should hide in shame. People like him contributed to the backwardness of his nation, and Kogi people should be ready to vote him out come next election, that is, if INEC will allow Nigerians to choose. Lastly, a comment from Audu Ibrahim says, sorry, and for Akpabio, who is always goes after married women, who always drive his power through these acts, being a member of a secret cult, is backing him because he has been paid some millions of naira to tarnish the image of our able Senator Natasha. Karimi, since you entered the Senate, how many bills have you sponsored? A very useless human being. Your days are numbered in the National Assembly. We are going to instigate for your recall from the National Assembly. The process has started. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. What do you all think of all of this? Thank you very much for always watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.